Hello, 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 everyone. Thank you for joining in. So we have returned to Super Mario RPG, and hopefully the volume's okay. Name Claire Obscure. Just what a game! Like I'm only maybe like I don't know exactly like how many hours I've got, but like I'm early in like the second act of the game. God, that's damn fucking good. Like, honestly, just if people are into RPGs, play Claire Obscure. No, Adventure Link wasn't too much. The plan was to just like go back to Super Mario RPG to do like a Super Boss stream at some point, and with this being like the kind of like night where of or the week where I'm a bit busier and could only stream today, I figured like why not make this more of like the one-off one, but we get back to Mario RPG. But yeah, I'll be continuing straight back with Adventure of Link when we either beat the super bosses, because I want to kind of just see whether I can do it straight away, and I might just be at being a fool and being overly ambitious, but I like the idea of being like similar with the Jinx one, of just going in. Maybe I'm going to be under level, maybe I won't be, maybe I've got the right equipment, maybe I've got zero knowledge. But just, yeah, I like the idea that, like, yeah, let's at least attempt to see how far we can get through the super bosses. Before then, like, evaluating whether I've fucked up or not. Because, like, I don't really find the idea of, like, hey, there's all these cool super bosses, like, what are you going to do? I don't like the idea of just going to a guide and figuring out this is the level you need to, like, be suggested to fight them, this is the equipment you should have, this is the party makeup, this is the, like, you know, but this is what you should do in battle. It's like, at that point, it feels like I'm not even, like, playing the game myself. But if needs be and I get really just annihilated, then there will be the option to play it that way and just go, like, okay, like, you know, I need some help on this. No, like, that's the thing, I probably also will, like, need to take occasional breaks from Adventure of Link, but I think that, like, apart from... Oh yeah, I forget that he comes, like, hot and steamy out the shower, like... I might be being stupid, but I think until we get to, like, the late game of Adventure of Link, the start might be some of the most brutal part, because, like, I don't have any health, I don't have any techniques. You know, I don't have any magic. Like, I'm feeling a little bit better now that I at least have, like, one heal. That shit's always the worst when, like, it's like, oh, hey, like, yeah, I got this shiny, but Combi's one of the worst ones because it, like, literally can't evolve. Thank you. Thank you for the hydrate. Wait. Oh, well. Hydrate comes up, I see it. Thank you, Shadow. And I just clearly have not turned on my bot. Don't know what they've done to this fireball with updates, but like all of a sudden it goes. It takes like so long to open and load nowadays. Like I used to just click in it, like go boop. And it'd like check for updates, but like, oh. The big, like, that's the, it's taken ages to load. It's still loading up. What variables have you got to load, Firebox? Oh, God. But yeah, I figured, with me already making this potentially harder on myself than I should be. Oh my God, come on. I feel like it's the enshittification of this bot. Of like, they've added so many features that now it just doesn't fucking load anymore. There we go. Dear God. But yeah, I'm not gonna turn on the option to like stop me using healing and shit because I'm gonna need to lock the fucking. Oh, okay. Well, we can have more big Yoshi anyway, and then the good old Hydra. There we go. So yeah, for some reason, I don't know, like, the game prompted me to do this, and it was like, hey, for beating the game, you've got a stay ticket. Go to Merrymore and stay there with this ticket to get kicked off on the rest of your adventure or something. So Gino's like, hey, we need to go to Star Hill. Some shit went down, so, like, maybe that's, like, gonna unleash something that powers up all the bosses and stuff. But yeah, like, I think last time I said, like, I was gonna sit there and, you know, look up a guide and get prepped and stuff, and I was like, I just was, like, kind of, I went to start the game and was like, I don't feel good, like, being super prepped. I want to just see what we can do first. I could have literally gone up. I did forget about that. Do we still have lots of money? Oh yeah, we've got like 4,000 coins, dear God. Now that you've finished the game, sound player and play report have been added to the journal. Now that you've cleared the game, the names of the monsters that were question marks in the monster list have been unlocked. Oh. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I think we still have the... I don't know what we have to soundtrack. General records. Playtime 24 hours. Yeah, that's what I thought, like... When I was obviously, like, I'm going a bit slower with being hindered and stuff at times and, like, spending an hour jumping into a coin block, but, like... When people were going, like, yeah, Super Mario RPG is like, when the remake came out, people on podcasts were like, it's a super short game, you'll get it done in, like, 10, 12 hours. It's like, I remember it being longer than that, but sure, I guess that's just my memory. And then I was, like, going through these streams going, like, I feel like we've been playing a lot longer than people were suggesting. So I've done 40 consecutive action command successes. And 15 consecutive super jumps out of 100. Look at that, we haven't even hit like 999 on most damage yet. Oh yeah, I was gonna check like system. Music version classic, yeah. I think like I listened to some of the modern stuff. I think we had it on for a couple of streams, and I think I just was like, you know what, listening to like the classic soundtrack just sounded better. So which one's this? The Merrymore. Star Hill. Nothing seems to have changed here. Let's keep looking further in. Okay. Yeah, like, that's the thing. I get the argument that really hardcore Doom players were saying of, like, it impacts the flow of the game because you constantly got to, like, stop to do the glory kills, and the glory kills are, like, the same animations and stuff, and I'm like, I get it, but I wish there was an answer that was better than just get rid entirely, or nearly entirely at least, because just, for me, I didn't mind the slow down of the game or the repeated animations. Like, there was enough variety if you, like, looked around and stuff, and apparently there is, like, glory kill. I was listening to, like, one discussion about it, and, like, someone was like, oh no, you do kind of get glory kills, but, like, you nearly guarantee a glory kill by jumping over an enemy and hitting them then. But that's basically the only times that you can get glory kills in the new Doom now. Yeah, I personally see it as being a tragedy, and I wouldn't mind if, like, they put less emphasis on it or something. But just, yeah, it's a shame, I think. And it's a really divisive thing, because, like, I've seen some people in reviews and previews being like, oh, I'm so glad that they've toned down the glory kills, and other people just being like, I'm glad that I can play the game how I want to. You know, I'm not reliant on glory kills for health and armor anymore, but I wish they were still in there. So some new wishes may have fallen here, the Frog Sage might know more. You know, let me just get... Oh. We're just gonna one-shot these things, right? There's no point fleeing. But yeah, I'm excited for Doom the Dark Ages still. Like, it still sounds like more of what I want from Doom than Doom Eternal. The biggest problem I'm gonna have is just there's more narrative elements. I just couldn't give a shit personally. Like, all the story stuff they put in Doom Eternal, I just wasn't that bothered. So that's probably the one thing where I'm like, oh yeah, that and the glory kills I'm a bit down on, but other than that, all, like, the reviews I've listened to and stuff, it sounds mostly like, hell yeah, I can't wait to play more Doom. And yeah, I'm not actually gonna download and touch the game until we play it fresh on stream, so my stream experience will be, like, completely fresh. Obviously, like, we are only, what, 12 subs away from getting to play some Doom. And I might, like, you know, again, because it's a new release, just, like, move that up the timeline a little bit. Because I also just want to play some Doom. But, like, I'm playing Clair Obscur, I'm in the middle of, like, playing a Baldur's Gate run with Carl. I've got other games to play. I can wait. It's just, you know, I know that, like, we're like 3 weeks away from Switch 2 coming out, and I'm gonna have a few days off when the Switch 2 launches. I'm gonna have, like, that entire weekend off to pretty much just commit to, like, streaming a bunch over those few days, showing off, like, the Switch 2 editions of the Zelda games, playing a bunch of Mario Kart, other things, trying out some, like, you know, the GameCube games, like showing off, like, F-Zero and Wind Waker on the GameCube emulation stuff. Like, I'm sure there'll be other stuff, but I'm just gonna kind of block out a few days to make sure, just, hey, if you want to come and tune in and just see, like, a bunch of Switch 2 showcase, it's mostly gonna be Mario Kart World, but I'll dabble in some other stuff. Go to the tadpole pond. Put all of your eggs into the Half-Life 3 is coming out, Cam? Any reason in particular? I know there's been, like, a couple of rumors here and there floated about, but yeah, there's definitely, like, you know, where there's smoke, there's fire kind of thing. The good old legend. Handspike balloons up to his old tricks again. Is that it? Is that... So I know the first one that it says is, like, to go fight Scratchy Throat Balloon, which is, like... I think a lot of these are just powered-up versions of the original bosses, and then there's, like, the actual Final Fantasy-ass fucking god fight at the end. So... That's the next question. Like... Where did we fight half? Is it Bean Valley? Is it Land's End? Either. So, balloon. T-shirt. Land's End. Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm excited to experience it too. Like, the, especially, like, just the Doom guy, the regular parts, like, the regular levels are just super fucking awesome. But not fine, yeah. That's a bit more, in line with what your comment was saying. I was like, okay, it's fine, but, like, yeah, sure. I don't even know whether that's, like, a hot take or not, because Clair Obscure's combat's just so good. Like, I mean, I'm playing Mario RPG right now. Clair Obscure is, like, Mario RPG type combat taken to the absolute fucking max, and, like, the builds and stuff that you can do. I will say, like, there's a lot of those Pictos. Like, so, making builds, there's so many options, but it also becomes very quickly, like, complicated and overwhelming at times. But just, like, the story, characters, the acting, like, it's all just fucking amazing. Yeah, the like, when you're fighting against those big giant, like, roaming optional enemies, I can't remember the names of them, but, like, when they're like, I'm gonna do, like, a crushing blow combo on you, and it's like 8 attacks, and you just parry every single one back to back to back to back, and it's just like, oh god, yes, feel the rush. Yeah, no worries. Go and oh, you're full of. I was about to say go and enjoy making pizza, but yeah, I'm glad you're pizza, but yeah, go relax. See, that's the thing, is, like, I do not know what Scar Ritual is. Presuming it's just a different one of Oh, okay, it's a zombies clone. I wasn't sure if it was, like, a certain COD's zombie mode kind of thing. Oh, there we go. Okay. Well, yeah. Hopefully a bit of both, right? Nothing wrong with a bit of meditation. Oh shit, didn't we have to, like, come back here with the key? Or did we know we did that, didn't we? Oh my god, the big Yoshis. They're everywhere. Yeah, I think the one that get to fight them is like, I'm hungry. Yeah, no worries. Thank you for lurking. It's like the unofficial way of saying goodbye now. The big Yosh. Right, here we go. Didn't he take the hint after he beat you up twice? We beat him up twice. My throat is scratchy, it's making me grumpy. I think he's scarier than the last time we saw him. Is that any way for one of my minions to talk? Get it together. Is like, Bowser, you're not the leader of this party, Bowser. Alright, do a little Geno boost. Try and put them to sleep. Okay, resistance to sleep, got it. Oh. 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 That's rough. The fact that it was on a calm block as well. And he's cloning Geno. No. Does that wake Geno up? No, not that. Okay, we can get some damage in on Geno at least. Holy shit. This is the one that is not going to be nice. Just the unblockable attack that sends us to sleep. Okay, well, this is the thing. This is more of like a scouting run. Because then we can kind of get a vibe for what equipment we need to put on and stuff. So actually, yeah, let's not use any revives. Let's just try and check a couple of things, see a few resistances, see a few of the moves. They're weak to lightning, okay. Again, can't block the sleep. But like, if we have items where we gain resistance to sleep, then this becomes a lot less painful. Of course. Forgot that they can clone, like, multiple of us. Poison gas? See if we can poison them. Oh, yeah, we can poison them too. Okay, so probably have Mallow and Bowser up front with Mario then. That seems like a better idea. I don't like the fact that they then had a resistance. Oh. Oh my god, just blown in everyone. So maybe Mallow resists lightning and gave Balloon a resist to lightning when they spawned in. Maybe that's what those shields are doing. Bowser's just immediately down. Not all Bowser, obviously. Might potentially hurt the Mallow Cloak. Oh no. Oh my god. Well, we live and learn, but oh. Having Mallow brought in against me is actually, like, really brutal, though. Raise your level. Oh, god. It's always a good prompt to get given. Alright, let's actually, like, have a bit more knowledge, go into this a bit better. And see then how we do. So we only have one wake-up pin. Awful. Okay. Better. Ah, so Mallow has the safety bit. Then if we... I can't remember what the nurture gave was. Might have been worth checking the shops as well, but that gives us like half resistance to elemental attacks, which wait, got the Bowser already has one. I got two of them. Oh, I've got multiple wake-up pins. Okay, cool. That's good then. So that means that, like, these Mario and Gino have two items that power them up, and then Bowser, Peach, Mallow all just will not be able to get put. So if we start Mallow, Bowser. We never done a healing rainbow. Maybe it's worth having that. Maybe, no, actually, maybe it's worth having Bowser first. Save. Let's give this a try now. We can immediately just poison. Start getting some on the go. And then... Pretty solid. Give that to Bowser. That means only Mario should fall asleep? Okay. Maybe it only was aimed at Mallow. Just pure physical damage is not doing not much. Right. Hey. Oh, that's actually a good point. Maybe we can put Bowser and Peach, because I think those classify as spells, so I think just mute on, right? Or the ability to mute people. No. But what was Bowser weak to? Oh yeah, the snowman just killed Bowser's clone immediately. Switch. Mute. That should mute everyone? Oh, okay. Oh, it's not gonna work. No, we can come in. Why not? Let's just use Mario to keep recovering our FP. Almost like the item mule. So let me try and mute again. Just to make sure that it wasn't like Bowser giving them the resistance, right? No, definitely got a resistance. Okay. In Shocker though. Keep being late on. Oh no, this is the problem lies. So maybe we can use mute on Mallow so he's not gonna start just throwing bolts at us. Yeah. Oh wait. Oh, so they're not immune. There's just a resistance to it. Sick. Maybe Mallow's just weak to being crushed by a giant star. Okay, we're just able to do some decent damage at least. Get our FP back again. Mario Glow. Mamma mia! Okay, almost instant. Oh, rain again then. That was not great, but we got rid of Mallow at least, it was enough. Good. Ultra jump? That way we can test if either of them are weak to jump. Both have full resistance. Logan is immune. Excellent. But at least they'll start paying off for us. Gonna make Mario fall asleep. Oh yeah, excellent. Go back to Thunderbolt. Oh, Mario's weak to lightning as well. Good to know. Okay. Got no Peach. Mega Recover. Like, you've only just been created. Take it. Not using it on below. Try sleep. If they're just resistant and not immune, you can take it. There's a chance. Oh, he's not muted anymore. Okay. Group bug. Don't use that on below. Dear God. Oh no, not again. Don't remember whether we found out what Mallow's weakness was. Or each just trying to mute. Got the silence off. Oh shit, we need to bring Bowser back into. Just forgot about that. So we're not poisoned for very long at all. Wait, is that not a spell? They were muted, weren't they? The mute's worn off already. Oh. Because the I poison them, they're only allowed one status effect, clearly. I know that Mario is weak to lightning at least. So we're just bringing the shocker on Mario. Oh, I'm gonna have to make sure we remember to stock back up on items. Fruit Pug again. That's not the right person. Burn this cloud. Super Fireball. Hello, kill them. Fever. Getting the shockers down again. I think they were resisted jump. But that might be because Mario was on. Probably more worth having the Mew. It's the poison, I think. Those attacks that just hit everyone are brutal. Oh, okay. All better, no more scratchy throat. Time for Balloon to say bye-bye. Is that it? Yeah, sweet. So yeah, Hook leveling up. Gotta be good. Just gotta get good. This stick might have been my grandpa's. He once told me that he lost it around here somewhere. You can use that thing at yours. So I think, yeah, what happens here is like, essentially every single party member, as you go through the like reworked bosses, get you the like best weapon that they have, and that will then get you like well prepared and equipped for the super boss, right? Like the actual proper one, like Culex 3D or something like that. So what was the difference there in stats? So if we put the property stick on, then there we go. We had the sticky glove on. The stage stick gives us 15 bump in magic attack and a 20 bump in regular attack. Okay. gonna say that, like, that doesn't seem like much, but Mallow's the only one who has a higher magic attack than attack stat, so I think just attack in general is a higher number. Or not even... Yeah, not even a higher magic attack than attack, actually. They have by far the highest magic attack in the party. But yeah, it seems like attack is always going to be a higher number than magic attack. It's not like we built Mallow wrong. We've been putting the bonus into like we've been putting the bonus for Mallow into what do you call it? Magic attack every time, right? And they level up. Yeah, so we want now definitely topped up on the maple syrup. I remember I was gonna say them not having much. But yeah, they just have like the little one mushroom. Oh, yeah, this is where we save. This is where we get out of mods. Then go back to the Froggy Pond. That's Chapel Pond. See if the game wants to direct us in a new direction, because like the only thing that was mentioned was that oh, it's my grandpa's stick. Wonder if that expert bomb maker ever stopped making bombs. Expert bomb. Okay, so we need to head to Moleville again. I've just got a list up of like the IGN walkthrough of like where each one like lives. I say you don't really want to actually check out like the guides to the fight along any at all, but unless we're like really struggling. So we want to go Moleville. Moleville. It's the mines. Oh no, yeah. Here, I suppose. I did want to go to the Merrymore place. Yeah, because this seems like it's all like really early game stuff, but considering Merrymore was the place that it like directed us to go, I'm gonna presume that like maybe Merrymore has some like high-end items now that it's the first place that we go to in post game. Or Marrymore, sorry. Of course, it's the place where you get married. No? But there might be like an accessories shop. Was an accessory shop. The place by the sea. And that might mean we can just like buy a few more like accessories so we can resist certain things. Like having those wake up pins was really handy, right? No, thank you. I don't want to catch beetles. Weapon and armor shot. We're fine. Not having any of those. Health boots. Don't need that. Mushroom boy shop. They just eat my mushrooms. Excellent. Accessory shop, here we go. So, antidote pin. Oh, yeah. So let's just try and make sure that we have like I probably realistically only want 4 of each, but I'll take 5 just in case. Because I probably want to keep Geno having like the Jinx band on. The amount of extra damage that it gets them. And we've got this insane amount of dollar bills. Yeah. So that means, pretty much if, like, one boss is going to focus on one type of, problem, you know, status effect, like that Balloon was only really doing sleep, it's like all of a sudden the moment we had 3 characters that were not being fucked over by sleep, and, like, sadly Mario still was, but just it made that fight way more of a cakewalk. Need to go through the mole mines and apparently just keep following the arrows, and we then reach, like, the minecart. And find the next of the powered up bosses. Digging away. Going for it. Okay. Oh. Take a frog coin. Meant to get. Okay. Go across the top. Plop this bomb. It looks so brutal when you just walk in, slap a bomb and take it out in one. It is a bit weird that they want to make you like travel so far each time to make sure that you earn your way back to these bosses. Here we go. They've been refining their technique. They've been training. Bowser again being like, you think you can beat my minions? It's like, well, again, we never agreed on that, Bowser. It is, yeah. such a good feeling. Like, I'm not gonna, like, get into anything spoilery, but I was doing some training on, like, a arena in, Clair Obscur, and I basically was, like, in a fight where the hardest of the 3 arenas, at the time that I first found it, I was getting, like, one shot by the boss, that 3rd fight, and, like, I sat there and learned its things and, like, parried my way to victory. And then just the feeling, like, hours later to go back and just absolutely annihilate that thing in, like, 2 hits. I didn't bring bombs this time. I've got an amazing shield to back them up. Oh, they didn't just bring bombs. Good luck finding any holes in this defense. I'm much higher level now. Defeating the famous Bowser and his minions will catapult me to unprecedented fame and fortune. So, perfect shield and these incredible bombs that can destroy anything. The leveled up me can't lose. So I'm gonna, again, treat this as like a scouting exercise the first time. See what kind of status effects might work on them and things like this. So I didn't, but playing through Baldur's Gate and Clair Obscur at the same time, I am like not really noticing it. But then again, I'm not the one mostly having the conversations with Shadowheart. So a lot of the Shadowheart things are like while I'm talking to like Gale or Karlach or something, and I think it's Carl that's trying to romance Shadowheart. But yeah, like sometimes I'll listen into their conversation, but other times I'll be like busy talking to somebody else in camp. But yeah, there's like Charlie Cox in there. It's Jennifer something, right? That does Shadowheart and Mayel, and then there's a couple of other like well-known people. There's Ben Starr, who's like most recently, I guess, like the biggest thing that they're known for is like Final Fantasy 16 and Wet Blanket Man in that, and then also Andy Serkis is a person in it. So it's a really cool voice act. And to be fair, like the one character that is like, you know, the one that I prefer the most is the one who I didn't actually know the voice actor for, Loon. I think everyone's favourite seems to be Loon. Jennifer English, yes, thank you. Yeah. The Loon is played by Kirsty Ryder. This is obviously the English voice cast that I'm talking about. The game is developed by like a lot of French people that mostly left Ubisoft, I believe. And there is like an option to play the game in French, but I'm just playing it with the English voice cast. So I'm actually like mostly unfamiliar with the stuff that Kirsty Ryder is known for on IMDb. I've heard that they're in an episode of The Sandman. They're in a couple of episodes of Call the Midwife. Oh, they were a voice in Sifu. That's cool. But yeah, they've literally got like 10 previous credits on IMDb at the moment. So they're not like a massive name or anything, but they're just what game is this? Sorry, this is Clair Obscur Expedition 33. Like a new RPG that's like come out this month. I think it was this month, or late last month or early this month. And yeah, it's got like just great voice cast, great acting, great story, great combat. The combat's very, very Mario RPG-esque. Of like, you've got timed attacks and perfect parries and stuff like that. A lot more stylish than Super Mario RPG. Like, just graphically looks really incredible and like has a lot going for it. You know what? I've completely forgotten about that, but yes, I never actually did follow up on getting a Zarude from anyone. I very much still do want a Zarude, yeah. I just had a lot of shit going on at the time. That's not hitting for much, so fire is not useful. Or they're not weak to it anyway. They're not weak to lightning. Fucking oh. Oh, the bombs are attacking. Oh, the bombs are attacking Punchinello. What? Okay, interesting. Maybe they're weak to... Oh no, yeah, like, I'm definitely still wanting it, 100%, yeah. Don't think that you were trying to be pushy or anything. That's super useful if there's a possibility. I realised when I made that comment as well, there is technically like 2 Pokemon I don't have. But, holy shit, I need to learn the timing on that. Fuck my life. Yeah, basically, it's not like I can't get access to it, because people have been really helpful with the ones that I have missed out on, but, like, I hadn't got that Pecha run yet, because I haven't finished the DLC, because, I'm like, I didn't want to have my infinite money option taken away from me, so I think at this point, I'm going to just suck it up and finish the DLC and get the Pecha run as well. But yeah, I realised when it was like, oh, technically only have 1 Pokemon is left. It's like, no, I technically have 2 to catch, but Zarude is the one I literally can't get. Pecha run, I have the option to go get at any point. I did like the mystery gift thing for it. So, well, I've tried fire, I've tried jumping. Yeah, the mystery gift system, like, I wouldn't be as bothered if it was like, hey, we made mystery gift events that weren't timed, and you can just go back and use the code still, because I know some of them, like, some of, like, the DS ones, you can still, if you have the right mystery gift code, can, like, go on to black and white and use stuff. Like, I wouldn't give a shit if that's the way it worked. It's just the ones that are like, use a mystery gift code within a week, and then we're never going to reactivate this event, or like, be on Pokemon Go at the right time to get a quest, and then you'll never get a chance to reactivate that quest if you miss out on the time gating bit. Oh man. Did they actually? Did they like put out something on like social media? Demon off. Go check their Instagram. Don't know. Because, like, I get it. Just trying to, like, encourage people about, hey, this cool new other, like, RPG is awesome. But, yeah, that's, when they know people are so desperate for, like, New Vegas news at any point. I can't find anything on their Instagram, but I might just be bad at using Instagram. Or maybe I'm just on, like, the North. Yeah, luckily, I tried to check their X. I wonder if they're on Blue Sky. Because, like, they haven't used Twitter in, like, multiple years from the looks of it. I'm like, okay, yeah, good. Days ago. Yeah, put the link in the Discord by all means, yeah. I'm really intrigued to see what they put out there. Oh, Zarude can't be shiny, it's shiny locked, right, yeah. Oh my god, even like... Oh... I get it. Oh, okay, it was 3 weeks ago. Maybe that's why I couldn't find it, right, yeah. I would maybe didn't look down on the recents enough, but god, that's like... It's cool, but it's very, very, like... I can understand how you could, misconstrue that. It's literally got, like... Vegas Nouveau Expedition 38 and, like, Fallout-ass characters on the screen as if it's, like, some New Vegas news. Oh, that's rough. Yeah, I'm not the type of person that's like, I want to get all the shinies, because, like, when they do, you know, the, Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, like, mass outbreak stuff, I'm like, I'll look at them all and go, which ones do I want a shiny of? So recently I got, like, what, the shiny, I got a shiny Scyther, a shiny Lapras, I think I got, like, a shiny, I want to say, like, it was Poliwhirl or something, maybe? And then I got, like, 7 or 8 shiny Applins. I just farmed for Applins. Because I was like, well, I want to have one of each. There's like 5 different forms of Applin, right? And then also said to Carla, was like, I'll get you a shiny Applin. And got one for another friend as well. Yeah, that is pretty rough when it's just like, no, this is not what you think it is. Not a promotion for anything new. Right, Gino. Summon the power of the heaven. Oh no, that's the one before. This is like, summon the power of the fucking sun. Dear God. I need to learn the timing on that. Oh. Oh. Oh, okay. Dear God, like, this one is, I'm not even getting, like, the chance. Oh, okay, okay. That actually doesn't sound as bad. Okay. Because I was about to be like, am I way too underleveled for this? And the answer still might be yes, but like, we've got a fighting chance because it says that if you can just send enough bombs, like turn enough bombs around on them, then that's like a way to win the fight without dealing all of their health damage to them. All of that is very rough. All of that information is... That was harsh. This little sweet mallow. He's like, I can do it! Oh! God, that we were meant to be. But, it did autosave. I don't think it actually does. Those games. Dark Souls. Yeah, we've got 6 pick-me-ups again. So basically, if we can just learn the perfect parries, then shouldn't actually be that rough to just send the bombs against them, but we've just got to survive. Bring Dino in, try and get some boost to go. There we go, I got the timing right. Let's actually see. Oh no, yeah. Heal on off bit. I'm hoping this doesn't kill the Bob-ombs. Did kill Mario. Did kill Gino. Whoa! On Switch? Oh, you can't. Maybe you can't switch into a downed party member unless you're downed. There we go. So there's just a chance that they'll spawn aiming at Punchinello, and then if they're not, you can hit them and hope that you turn them around. Or when they instantly come in and attack straight away, that doesn't give me a chance to do that. So that's why I need to learn how to, like, just perfect parry that. Yeah, we get no in for the boost, Peach in for the heals. Those two in the back. Whip. Gone. Defense, Scarf, Jinx Spell. Helps, I guess. Realistically want each to have a higher defense than anyone else. They're the healer. Okay, gives us some chance. Oh. Pick me up for Mario. My plan immediately fell apart. Got 1 HP. I always think it's like going back quicker. Switch Peach in. Alright, I'm gonna give it one more. One more go before we potentially, like, need to go and just check where to level up. Oh, didn't save our friend. change the party and stuff. Oh, I'm wrong. Got the bad timing on that, but check. Don't want to hit them all. So God. At least right now, don't have to worry, because, like, the only time we really have to, like, worry is when the bombs are on screen. In terms of, like, the boss can kill me in one as well, but when there's, like, 5 bombs that might come at us and we need to try and turn them around. This time we could... get an idea of, like, will a special like this have the chance to turn them around? Well, we fucked all of that up. I think that maybe we might just need a bit more defense going on. Yeah, when we pump as well. There's a chance of that happening. There's a big jump up into just how difficult that one is. Around. I have a chance of just getting back out of the mine. When it's like the U-turn, we have to do the brake. Oh, okay. That's all that. I say what year this came out, but I know what year this came out. After Donkey Kong with the minecarts. Getting a little bit more again now. Yeah. Did not see that coming. Yeah, this is not the way you... Oh. As the Mandalorian would say, this is not the way. That little tiny just... But just like jump these bits. Which jump from one side of the Minecraft to the other. Yeah, you can't do that. No. No. Just the noise of it as well. But Mario's on picking out when he's going. He's loving his life. Oh, accelerate! There we go. Oh yeah, of course, because you like launch the minecart into the side of a house, right? We like drop through the ceiling or something. But we did the first time. So, RPG? Okay. Wait, there's an XP boost there? There's an XP. Oh. Oh, it's... in Seaside Town. How many 4 coins do we have, though? 63. Excellent. But they were like, sell it. You sell it for 22 Frog coins. I was like, hang on. How many Frog coins have we got, though? Ah, okay. Health food. So it's like not a strong weapon, it's just gives you extra luck. It's like get way less attack, but you get luck bonus. Elder's help. XP. Oh, there we go. Probably worth trying to like keep an eye out for some prog coins. Or not keep an eye out, but like that idea of like, yeah, if we keep just trying to like bear that in mind that we need 9 more frog coins, that we can get like an item to cut FP usage as well. Food something. Good. Weapon world. Maybe just me get warp through here. Go to the factory, step outside, and fight beard of it. I'm still like, I'm not 100% sure I believe them that a game exists. But I wouldn't be surprised if it like did show up, because like there's still rumors and talks about it and stuff every now and then of like people confirming that they've heard people are still working on the game and stuff. So like it might be one of those where just like, yeah, it's kind of just existent in a nebulous kind of way right now, but yeah, it's I think it's way more of like a, you know, 60, 40, 50, 50 kind of vibes right now. That kind of like, I wouldn't be shocked either way. Yeah. There's definitely been people working on a BioShock at some point. But it's like, lots of video games get cancelled, right? Like, I definitely think it existed at some point. And again, it really would not surprise me either way. I think, like, as well, the fact that Judas is a game that's coming out that is, like, basically the same thing. It's basically Bioshock, right? It's like Ken Levine, who was like one of the leads on Bioshock, or like, you know, I can't remember their exact title, but one of the people who helped create and concept Bioshock, I believe. Like, they, you know, made their own team, and they've been working on a game called Judas, which had the trailer at one point, and it was like, hey, this looks like Bioshock. And that game definitely seems to be coming out. No, because, like, they only started working on Judas as a separate team. So, like, they left to make, like, for the title, but they made their own studio and was like, hey, we are making this, like, brand new game, and anything that would be Bioshock related, they would, like, not be able to do, because, like, any work that any of those team members, like, had done on Bioshock, if they had done any, they would not obviously be able to, like, take that IP with them or anything. I've definitely heard at some point, like, on one of the podcasts that I listen to, like, I always listen to, like, Kind of Funny Games Daily and, like, Game Mess Mornings, which are, like, a couple of, you know, daily kind of podcasts on video game news and stuff. And then a couple of weekly podcasts as well for video game news. And on one of those, at some point in the past, like, I want to say year, there has been some kind of discussion about Bioshock again. But that's about as all as I can remember. It was very much a non-committal, but I think it was a, hey, people are working on Bioshock and it's still a thing kind of vibe. Or maybe it was a discussion of, because I don't know when that Bioshock movie was announced, so, like, maybe that's what they were talking about. Maybe that was a news item over the past, like, year or two to come in. Right, so it says, go to factory. Step outside and fight machine-made speed of it. This must be speed of it. Yeah, it's one of those things of, like, it is like most games nowadays, like, they cost a lot to make, and they cost a lot to make, and also just, like, they're, you know, difficult to make work, and they take years at this point for AAA games to be made. That it's not all games, but, you know, if we're talking about, like, games that 2K are making and stuff, like, it was kind of refreshing to see Mafia get a trailer and them being like, hey, we've scaled back Mafia, it's not going to be this big, massive open world thing, it's just, like, going to be a, like, linear story-based game that's going to be, like, come out at a cheaper price point than the rest of our games normally do. Like, we're trying to experiment with games that don't necessarily take 5 years and cost hundreds of millions of dollars. Like, they can afford to do that and experiment around because they're the publisher of fucking GTA, so they just have an infinite well of money from Grand Theft Auto 5 and online and stuff. people claiming that it's like very easy to learn the Yoshi thing and nail it consistently for the extra like boosted XP as well. No, they said that Samsung was DLC to begin with, and then like the scale of it just got out of their hands, and they ended up announcing it as like a full sequel instead. It was a DLC like early on. Good. Well, I hope everything turned out okay in the end. But always like not nice, obviously. Yeah, of course. Yeah, it's always better to be safe, right? Do it, try and double our XP. I want to say that was left. Yeah, okay. Oh god, yeah, that's a lot of XP. I already reached level 23. Might want to invest a little bit more in HP. So if we look at party, the next level 538, yeah, so getting 120, or like if you get the special variant, get 120 XP and then have a chance to double it. So yeah. Here's got the XP booster as well, so yeah, that's potentially insanely fast. See, this is like a weird thing. I literally saw a video today about like people arguing whether the first episode of Always Sunny is like okay or not. And I'm like, I get it. It's a rough one, but like a lot of people were complaining, going, well, like, you know, a lot of people were saying that they don't like the concept of having a show where the characters are bad people. They just really pushed its limits, yeah. Apparently, like, they didn't want that episode to be the first episode, but the producers did. Maybe it would make more of a statement. But yeah, like, he just, they, like, push some boundaries very early on in Always Sunny, and, like, I get the idea that some people don't like it because they can't agree with the idea of having, like, a TV show where the characters are bad people. But ultimately, that is meant to be the point, and if you can cope with that, then, you know, this show where it deals with a lot of, you know, taboo subjects and stuff, like, literally the episode is called The Gang Gets Racist, and, like, obviously that's just a catchy title. It's not, like, it is that bad and it's not that bad, right? But it probably sounds even worse just off that title if you don't know the show. But yeah, the point is that, like, get their views and their, you know, stereotypes and stuff, like, that's a bad thing. You're meant to like these people or agree with these people. But I also totally get the argument of people not enjoying that. Just that vibe in general. Yeah, very, very strange. It was mid-2000. Yeah, I think it started in like 05, 06? Something like that, yeah. Oh, that wasn't them dying. Okay. is it wrong to laugh at them being horrible? People think of them being. That's the question. That's like where, you know, people like fundamentally can't agree on whether that show is good or not because people have different lines of like, well, is like showing all these views off even as a bad thing worth it for the sake of just like a sitcom and stuff? Like, I very much enjoy the show and think it like handles it well if you can understand that perspective. But I also totally get why people don't agree with it. Like, that thing is like, obviously Jamie Vardy kind of had their moment at Leicester, right? That was the name. I knew it begins with an L, but yeah. Like, they kind of dropped off my knowledge of where they were playing after that. Yeah, 100%. Like, I like the, you know, as you say, like the absurdity of it and like the dark humor of it all, but I'm not going to argue with anyone that sits there and goes like, hey, I don't like this type of humor, or I don't think it's right. I'm like, okay, cool. Like, not everyone has to agree on it. Oh, he's still at Leicester, right? Okay, yeah, I assumed that he'd, like, you know, taken money at a big club and left them after he became, like, obviously so like popular and well known during that season. But on him, that's you know, it's nice to see like the club loyalty, like something that obviously I'm sure there's a big ass check coming their way. But it's very nice to see that, like, Salah and Van Dijk are like, no, yeah, we have opportunities to go elsewhere, but, like, A, Liverpool are going to give us a shit ton of money, and we get to stay at a club that we like, whereas they could earn more money, I'm sure, going somewhere else, but, like, they're going to get a lot of money and a lot of credit, and potentially more trophies at Liverpool, right? I would hope. I would hope we've got more trophies. I'm good that Trent's leaving. They are, like, you know, on track to be, like, literally one of the best footballers in the world. If they're not already kind of reaching that point already. So it's gutting. It's really just like I wouldn't want a person playing at the club who's not wanting to play at the club, though. So it's one of those of, if they're not wanting to be there and they're going to be, you know, not giving a hunt up, then they're going to be upset about staying at the club. Like, yeah, it's sad, but they've got to go. Yeah, that's the thing, is like, such a good player that's helped us achieve really great levels of football this year and other years. And it's like, yeah, it's always sad to see a player go, but you can't deny the amount they've done for us, and like, to start booing them is just being a bit pissy. Oh shit, yeah. Are they definitely finishing like 16th, 17th? Is that where the points lie now? okay, it's not quite guaranteed yet, but they're gonna be in like the bottom 5 of the teams that aren't relegated, right? That much is guaranteed. So at max, they're gonna be up to 13th. They can't finish any higher. Surely they can. There's 2 games left. They could both get points and go above Everton if Everton lose twice. I don't think so. There's 38 games per season, right? There's 36 on the BBC table at the moment. I kind of honestly, I kind of just went like, Liverpool won. Yeah, I'm done. I've stopped paying attention. Yeah. So that's the thing is like, still though, the fact that they're gonna be near they're gonna be maybe in the bottom quarter of the tables, both of them in the league, and yeah, they still are going to be playing Champions League football. It's wild. I mean, yeah, right. Like the momentum that they've got, they're just gonna skyrocket all the way. Obviously, it's exciting as a Liverpool fan to see Liverpool doing so well, but like, just a bit exciting in general to see this season and just the general football tables and leagues and stuff getting shifted up so much. It's like, it's certainly more refreshing than oh, City won again, City won again, City won again. And even before that, I'm just is why it was so nice to see Leicester win one year, right? It's just it was so solidly United, Chelsea, City winning pretty much every single season, for 20 years. And then obviously, even before that, Arsenal were all up there as well, during the early 90s. Minute penalty. That's awesome. Clearly somewhat of a lucky charm. Okay. Just use our triple move. Why not? Bring in the rainbows. Oh, that was a single target one. Right, okay. Kind of reminds me of the 2 seasons when like it was either 1 or 2 seasons ago where Liverpool got like 100 points plus and didn't win the league, and it was like the first time that I'd ever managed to happen. Power of the Heavens. That one still looks way cooler and more impressive to me than the like Sun Cannon one. Right, yeah. I thought it was over 100, but it's like that was. I remember it being like I think the highest point total that someone in second place had ever gotten or something in the Premier League. I can't even remember what year it was, let alone like the exact details, but yeah. That special version is like pretty fucking tough. And we could chuck like double our XP. Left. There we go. 240, that's 4 levels up. Yeah, I mean, I can believe it because, like, obviously, been pretty stagnant, as I mentioned, is like, for the majority of the time the Premier League existed, it's been what, Man United, Arsenal, Chelsea, or Man City that have won it. A couple of Liverpools in there, and obviously, what are the other ones? Leicester and... I presume there's like just another like weird one, like maybe Newcastle when Shearer was knocking about or something. That's it's wild to like put the numbers down. Not Blackpool, right? Like. I don't know. I'm not gonna get that. Almost. Oh. Okay. Yeah, for the auto mod came in and was like, I'm not letting you say that word. It's like, it's a football team. It's a football team. Nothing bad. No going in. No, it wasn't even mods, it was just the auto mod, like the robot that I've got on there, like the Nightbot thing of like, no, just, I don't like that word. Like, okay. The robots don't agree. Don't boost. Gino beat me. Oh, okay. So I really wasn't far off in my estimation of, like, it was probably Alan Shearer at some point. It's like, yeah, there we go. I just got the wrong team that he was playing for. I completely forgot that he was Blackburn for a while, I think. But in my head, all I think of is like later Shearer, where he's like playing for Newcastle. So, yeah. And in my head, like I only ever think of him as like a Newcastle player, but yeah. Clearly wasn't there for his entire career. Bring down the death rainbow. That thing as well now that like we've got this now that we've got this XP grind going, it's only gonna get easier and easier for us to get the kills as well. I lost that one, dear God. Oh. Well. The Geno boost did make that ridiculously easy though. In which league is that? Whichever league it is, that's insane. Surely you should always get the best prize or the most prize for winning. Oh, right, yeah. Okay, sure. That makes total sense of, like, why the fuck is this so stupid? But yeah, there we go. Yeah, that fight's so quick, doing it that way. I might also actually equip the... No, I'm not going to equip the XP booster onto G. They've got the Jinx spell. Uses them by like a ridiculous amount of stats. Just throw the super move at them as well. Yeah. Yeah, not my shit at all. Like, I know it's like literally just fucking kids watch them, right? But like, that side of YouTube just don't get it at all. Don't understand why any of them are meant to be appealing people to watch. Yeah, this is way more like skill-based of a XP challenge thing than I thought it was when we've been playing the game. I've just been going like, yeah, let's pick a random one. Masters football, that's like when it was just all the old retired footballers playing in teams, right? Like, obviously, when I say retired, if they're still playing, they're not that retired, but like retired from the pro leagues. Yeah, I like the vibes of that kind of stuff. It's like, yeah, they're not top tier, like, in terms of, you know, they're playing five-a-side, they're playing on smaller pitches, they're not physically going to be as fit as they used to be when they were in, like, their 20s or 30s, but, like, they're still, like, the best football players in the world. They just can't fucking run as much anymore. Oh, right. Can't really argue with that. I have enough gold. Yeah, now that we've figured out this like Geno boost thing, making it nice and easy. Like, not that I didn't know what Geno boost was, but just like how easy the Geno boost making the fight. I'd say it's only getting easier every level up as well. And we just, every now and then, make sure we heal our... Oh, the heal, restore our FP. Yeah, like, out of the full legends, the ones I've met are like, Gerard and Carragher. Gerard, I didn't meet so much as, like, you know, I didn't skip school to go to a book signing. Didn't even have enough money to own the book. Just went to go say hello as my mate was, like, getting their book signed, but yeah. I also, like, literally met Carragher in Nando's, as I met many other, like, current Liverpool players. Oh, not so current now, but, like, current at the time, like, a few years back. But yeah, Carragher just literally came in with his kids, and, like, everyone was like, just leave him alone, you know, let's not make a big deal kind of thing, and then, he just came over and, like, asked me a few questions about the menu and that. Perfectly pleasant. Yeah, there was one time when, like, I remember Origi came in the day after he scored, like, the winning header against Everton in the derby. And I was like, you're a brave person to be, like, the next day after you won the match for us, like, even be going into the public. But he just, no one really noticed him. He, like, sat at the side, just waiting for a takeaway with, like, a hat and sunglasses on. And a couple other people in the kitchen, like, clocked him. But customers didn't really notice him or anything. And he just sent his friend up to the till to go and, like, make the order and get the food and stuff. My favourite one was Emre Can, who I think at the time was earning, like, maybe about 80 fucking grand a week or something. He complained to me that his chicken fillet on his salad wasn't enough. And I was like, okay, yeah, I can put through, like, another one on the till. It'll only be a couple of quid, like, sound, sorted, I'll get it straight out to you. And he's like, no, I don't want to pay for more chicken. I expect you to just give it to me for free. And I was like, well, that's a portion size. If you don't like the portion size, I'm sorry, but, like, that's the correct portion size. I'm not just giving you free food when I know how much money you're earning. Oh yeah, Origi was shit, yeah. But Yeah, it's funny having a conversation when you're on, like, not minimum wage, but, like, living wage, right? Like, national living wage. And a person who is literally a millionaire is sitting there complaining about the price of shit to you. It's like, yeah, mate, yeah, sure. Yeah, you're the one who's being done wrong here, I'm sure. Yeah, exactly right. Is like, I'm sure he just thought, well, I play for Liverpool. If I complain and ask for more food, they'll just give it to you. Bologna. There's some names I don't want to think. Oh, Balotelli was shitting for us, yeah. Just, dickhead. Fucking did anything. Clearly had success in the Italian league. Just goddamn did jack shit for Liverpool. And he was at like City as well or something, right? And shit there as well. Like, yeah. City or Chelsea or something. Like one of our biggest signings ever at the time, and it was just like, nah, shit. He had one good season, not for us. Certainly nice to be out of those times where, like, we're just making the worst signing decisions. Like, whoever the, like, you know, people, like, making the decisions for the last few years have obviously set the game up massively. Like, the scouting teams and stuff must be much improved, because all of a sudden, like, and as well, we're obviously a actual, like, competing team, but, you know, we got there by making better signings and stuff, right? Oh, Coit was great, yeah. Dirk Kite, yeah. But spells like Coit, but pronounced Kite, I think. But yeah, he was just like a fucking consistent workhorse. It's kind of like Milner. Like, Milner was never like, obviously Milner had him for a bit and stuff, but like, Milner was never the star of the show. He just like fucking ran his ass off and was consistent. Yeah, I think like consistency, like just Salah's not only like a goal scorer, just he's there making chances, and he's not selfish or like very good. Milner's still playing in the Premier League. I didn't even. Milner's just gonna be like running his ass off till he's 50. Hey Bigman, thank you for joining in. But yeah. Oh, we're just currently doing a little bit of XP grinding because we got a bit cocky. We did. So I'm just making sure I'm a few levels higher because like we're getting absolutely one shot by the second super boss. But to be fair, I went in cocky against the first super boss without doing any XP grinding, and we beat that one. So it's one of those games where like technically, if you're like good enough with parrying everything, I could probably do that boss fight. I just wasn't getting my parries down and stuff, but like the boss fight, I was dying in one hit, but because this game has a perfect parry system, like everything it was doing, if I'd learned the timings properly, I could achieve it. I just figured that, you know, it's like, you know, it's nearly 1 AM for me. I was like, you know what, I think I'm just gonna go grind a few levels instead. Make my life a little bit easier, because I assume if by the second super boss out of like I think 6, if I'm already having problems with that one, then I probably need to get level up a little bit. Yeah, I normally am. I normally am myself, yeah. It's always a great feeling. Like, I remember we were doing one of the optional boss fights like way too early in mid-game of this. And like the feeling I had when I beat it at like level 50 and it says, oh, for this third version of the boss fight, you should probably come back when you're like level 25 or something, which I'm not even at yet. And I managed to like brute force my way through that fight and looked up like, what's what people generally recommend the level at? And I think it was like 25 or something. Fucking sat there and just absolutely annihilated it. It's gonna be difficult, but I know that this thing can die. Because we did we were doing like attacks to it where just checking like, oh, how much damage do we do if we like go up and get just like do a basic attack and like just when it comes up it's like 1. Oh, this is gonna be a rough one. Yeah, the Claire Leon baby would just annihilate. Like, it would be a tyrant. It would just come out as a fucking tyrant level B. Come out, fucking teleporting like Wesker can. But yeah, thank you. I appreciate the look of the video. Just, it's one of those like slightly annoying things where there's certain series were clearly just, if we talk about that subject, it gets less views. So I would like to do more videos on Resident Evil, but every time we do, like, that video was like on our list of like the last 10 videos, it was like right at the bottom. Just like, yeah, this one's not getting as many views, and I don't try to pay too much attention to that. It's hard not to, obviously, but in terms of analytics, you can't lean too heavily into things that you know don't perform well. But if you're passionate about it and you talk about it enough, the hope would be that you get either people that aren't enthused about it, or it would attract people that are enthused about it. But yeah, I'm aware to like, you know, obviously I enjoy still, even though we've been doing like the basic kind of Wiki Weekends idea, mostly started out talking about Marvel characters, which is why those ones do so well. And that's what like our audience has come to expect from us. So like, I still enjoy doing those, but like I have to like make that mental calculation in my head of like, well, for every time I want to talk about like a Chris Redfield and know that there's going to be less views, I also have to do one where it's like, oh, let's Thunderbolts is going to come out, let's talk about the Thunderbolts, that'll do better. You have to try and like balance it out, because obviously like we want to be talking about things we want to talk about, but at the same time, at some point you've got to acknowledge that like the algorithm exists and you can't just like lean into the niche shit all of the time. Like, it would be so fun if they were like, fuck it, just Wesker's back. Like, Wesker got better, don't worry about it. Like, he got thrown into a volcano and then blown up with the rocket launchers in the volcano. It's like, he's fine, it's Wesker. And then I think for a lot of people it felt even weirder when, like, the moment you get rid of Wesker, because like Jake was Wesker's son, right? I always forget his name, but like the fact that you bring in like baby Wesker the game after, and he's like, this isn't Wesker though. But I think for like being a lot of other people, that was a like rubbing salt in the wound of like, look, we've got new Wesker. It's like, we don't want new Wesker. Which I've played RE2 Remake so many times, but like, I just skip the cutscene. No matter like, I learned the speed run, that's why I've played it so many times. So like, you know, you can skip the cutscenes to the speed run. You ain't watching that shit. As we I think we mentioned in the video, or we mentioned after the video, I can't remember, because like last thing, we literally like more enthusiastic about the subject. Like it, you know, obviously I'm sure a lot of people know that it like, or believe that, and it comes across, but like I'm sure you're enjoying the videos and stuff. Like I know that you believe that, but like just the fact that like before and after the video, if we're like on a certain subject, we might just continue to talk about that for a little bit, like for a few minutes before we're like, right, get like let's, you know, make the next video or whatever. But yeah, just if Tekken can get away with just saying like Heihachi just got out a volcano, or like got rescued from it and all this shit, right? Just the amount of people that have been thrown into volcanoes in Tekken, people just reappear, and it's like, yeah, sure. If they can get away with it, Resident fucking Evil can. I replayed 3 after kind of knowing what it was, and I think like running through that game and learn the speedrun for it and stuff, like I do think that it's treated a bit harsh. I do think they fucked up Nemesis. Know that there was a lot of cut content. I didn't play the original 3, but I think it's still a very enjoyable game on its own. I think it's a good game that's like fun to replay, and obviously is great action because it's like the RE2 remake system and stuff, right? Gameplay is great, like the replaying of the game is great, the unlockables are really fun, stuff like that. I love doing the challenges, but ultimately it's not a good Resident Evil 3 remake. But I think it, as a separate product, stands quite well on its own. I also say that knowing that I got it cheap on sale like a couple of years after. So I can see how my perspective is very different from like the fans' perspective that, hey, you know, I paid full price for this and it took me like 5 hours to get through, I never played it again. Like, it depends what you want out of it, right? If you're not wanting to replay that game, then yeah, it's not great. And where are like all the extra like costumes stuff as well, right? Like 2 Remake in comparison feels like so much more of a full game in itself, but as they like kind of taken it out of context and playing it, knowing it what it is after my first, like, you know, so again, after my first one I was like, oh, yeah, it wasn't really 2 though. But kind of going back and knowing what it is, like, I genuinely then had a really good time, like, month replaying that game over and over again. That just skipped around so fast. Okay, we got lucky. But Operation Raccoon City to 5. That's some RE5 slander. I don't think the back half of the game holds up, but then again, like, even Resident Evil 4 has a weak ending, right? Like, the moment any of those enemies in 4 or 5 get guns, it's just like damning. I think 5 again, depends on how you play it and what you want out of it, because I love 5 for the co-op and for the mercenary. Don't think that it's that great an RE if you're playing single player with that AI draining your ammo and getting shot up all the time. But like, yeah, playing that game for the first time, I was playing it with a mate and we had a great amount of fun. I had a great time playing RE6 with them as well and doing all those campaigns, but I didn't think 6 was as fun as 5 was when it came to that side of the experience. So I can only assume from the release between like 7, 2 remake, Village, and 3 remake, and then 4 remake, you can only assume that there's like at least 2 teams working on RE games, and I assume that 1 team's working on 7 and Village and 9, and 1 team's working on Remake 2, and then there was a different team who made Remake 3, and then I think the 2 remake team made 4. So I think that they're doing both. Because they were making RE3, 3 and 4 remakes, and Village remake all at the same time. Or maybe not the exact same time, but back to back to back. Like, so they had, it was like 1 every year for like 5 years or something, or close to that anyway. So there's no way that that's 1 team. I know for a fact that they got at least a portion of a different team to work on 3 remakes, so they could get it out like a year after 2 remake came out. Yeah, so there's not like a single Resident Evil developing, like game development going on at one time, clearly. Like I definitely don't think like the main team was the 7 or 8 team either. But like, I reckon they're just absolutely cracking them out because they're all selling. God, literally, I think it was like a couple of days after release where that fucking little giraffe Reddit, like, you know, Reddit or something post got put out. I've never ever been able to see anything but it. That shit lives in my head free. In my head rent free. I'm tired. I believe best-selling game is Monster Hunter World. I think by just sheer number of popular games, Resident Evil has sold more as a theory. But the last couple of Monster Hunter games since World came out have been wildly popular. Like, I think those have become, like, the best-selling games of Capcom history, but, like, because like there's a lot of Monster Hunter games too, but most of them were still, while Monster Hunter was quite niche, whereas Resident Evil has been pretty mainstream and popular pretty much throughout its entire release, right? Yeah, Monster Hunter World's at like 20.9 million sales according to this Statistica.com. But then it goes like Monster Hunter Rise at like 16 million, Monster Hunter World Iceborne, which was technically an expansion, like 14 million, Break at 8.8. Maybe this is this is a September 24, so it doesn't. Oh, okay. Literally, VG Shorts posted an article 2 days ago. Resident Evil series sale top 170 million units. Monster Hunter series tops 120 million units. So as an entire series, Resident Evil has still sold like 50 million more copies. For like best-selling Capcom game. Yeah. My Nintendo News, Capcom reveals top 10 best-selling game series of all time. Yeah. And then Street Fighter's down at 56 million. And Mega Man at 43 million. And like that's the thing is, Street Fighter was insanely popular at the time, but there were just a lot less people buying games back when like Street Fighter 2 was massive. Yeah, so according to the Gamer, Monster Hunter World is the highest selling game Capcom have ever released, followed by Monster Hunter Rise, followed by RE2 Remake, followed by Resident Evil 7, then Village, and then 3 Remake. Well, this is outdated a little bit then, clearly, because RE4 Remake, they announced not long ago. They literally announced a couple of days ago. It must have been their financials had come out, but they announced that like RE4 Remake has gone over 10 million. Pops a couple of. But like RE4 Remake is making its way up that way, as probably Monster Hunter Wilds is at the same time. Yeah, exactly. Like Monster Hunter World, that's what I was mentioning earlier. Like that was the one that really popularized it. So, like Monster Hunter over the past 3 releases since World has come out is now more popular than Resident Evil. But in terms of like the franchise series sales overall, Resident Evil still has it. Oh, they're giving Pokemon cards now again. This explains why I saw a TikTok thing earlier of oh, you buying Happy Meals is ruining kids' times. It's like, okay, sure. I can't deny that I've not gone mental with it, but I've every now and then gone and bought a Happy Meal to go get a couple of Pokemon cards. I'm not one of those people driving around buying out McDonald's in certain locations that they're literally running out of Pokemon cards. I'm not those kind of people. But if you're just going and getting a couple of cards every now and then and not going into every single McDonald's you can find and asking for 10 fucking Happy Meals, then whatever. Feedback separately, 99p. Oh, did he do that? Of just I don't want a Happy Meal, can I just buy some Pokemon cards? Oh, okay, cool. Yeah. That's probably a good way to do it, right? Because, I'm sure there's some people who eat the Happy Meal, but there's probably a lot of people who are going around buying 50 Happy Meals that just fucking waste the food, right? So I'm sure they probably got a lot of, there was probably just a time when they did something really popular, like the Pokemon card thing or something, that just, they got a load of shit, right? For this is just wasting food. It is, yep, massively. That was not me disparaging the people who would be saying that. Nice. That's the thing is, I've heard those dual disc, or, actually just terrible in terms of, like, for actual use. They're just big and cumbersome and heavy, and then, like, you can't see any of the cards that you put in and stuff, so, like, they're not great, but just the vibe of them, the aesthetic is, like, just cool. Oh god, yeah, I know. I'm like, this is the first time where I'm tempted as a non-MTG fan. So I'm looking at some of these fucking cards from the Final Fantasy crossover, and I'm like, oh, they're gonna get me. Like, I saw the train one, duplex one, and it's like, ah, god. I've not even played that Final Fantasy game, but just like, it's just so fucking stupid and dumb. I love it. Lovely. Okay, we might be alright to go and try it now then. So I've not checked like the actual strategies and stuff, but the leveled up Punchinello, like this guide is coming up, like recommended about 25-ish. I mean, yeah, I think I'd be that person that's like, you know, look, I'm gonna teach you how to duel, but I'm gonna teach you how to duel like with certain rules. Like me and my friends always, if we like did ever crack out cards and stuff, it's like we'll agree to use up until like synchros, and then we're not using like Xysis and Pendulum and link cards and stuff. Like, I know how to use that shit because I went through all the tutorials and like used them in like the Yu-Gi-Oh game that's on the Switch, like Legacy of the Duelist or whichever one it is. So like, I know how to use them, but it was just like, let's go back to like when things were a bit more like old school stuff that didn't feel like so insanely long-winded and powerful. Oh yeah, I think every Yu-Gi-Oh person that I've spoken to has got that exact similar experience of like, yeah, so I went to a tournament and just like sat down and someone just milled through their entire deck and beat me immediately. I literally did that. I did the exact same thing. I guess I'm gonna, you know, set a few cards and stuff and end my go. And then I sat there for 15 minutes watching them just beat me without being able to respond. I was like, great, cool, fantastic. Wasn't this fun? Yeah. It's like, at that point, just either summoning like Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon immediately out of nowhere doesn't feel like that impressive anymore. It doesn't feel bullshit when you see the shit that like Pendulum summons do and stuff. And like, it just power crept its way into fucking oblivion. The thing is that with most people I've seen defend Yu-Gi-Oh nowadays are like, oh no, but they've got like that speed duels format, and that's okay and stuff. Like, I don't really even see anyone try to justify how bad Yu-Gi-Oh's gotten in terms of the power creep shit. Yeah, like, I've watched some of GX and that's where I fell off, but yeah, definitely not seen like the 3 stuff and that one. Barely know about that stuff. I need to remember to immediately move. Yeah, I don't think it's something that I'm particularly interested in watching. Just like, I got to that certain point. I was like, alright, yeah, kinda good. Oh. So dumb. I'd forgotten this system was in the game. I'd forgotten you could just click. Oh man. Spent the entire game backtracking way too much. Dear God. That's frustrating. Sure. Nosma. No. 7. Oh yeah, we want to give positive this. Get them all. Opens. Safety badge. Always Sunday, yeah. Probably time to go to sleep then. Gonna give one last crack at this fight and then probably bring it some. Want to see like how crazy and powerful are we now? That thing is like everyone's recommended quote unquote level apart from Mario. Looking away. Bullies. Bombs. And I'm hoping now that maybe if we're doing more damage, we're more likely to get the bombs turned around and stuff. Quite. there's more for that one that, like, just the moment every single hit is one-shotting me, like, I just was not prepared to be that on top of my shit. It'll just... I think it did. Save anyway. I didn't notice that come up with, like, the little, save night. Did that time, yeah. Like, a much higher level now. It's like, yeah, so are we. So are we now. Punching our own. Well, we're still doing 1 HP. Odd, like. So this level 25 is very recommended. Not entirely sure. We are strong enough right now. Give it a whirl. Bowser, why have you not moved yet? I need to swap you out for Peach. No. Bug. Oh, no, you're not crazy. Yeah, that was a thing. Probably still exists, I presume. I don't know if Paul ever, like, privated the channel or anything. I'm not really aware of, like, the behind the scenes as much on Fat Fiend anymore. Just, like, I'm just a guest voice nowadays. But, like, yeah, it definitely existed for a long time, if it doesn't now. Bombs are not even fucking turning around. Dear God. Yeah, like, so I know that recently Paul did, like, a compilation video, for Fat Fiend, and I don't know, like, what way he's done it, of, like, whether he's kept the, I presume he's just, like, kept all the clips and stuff. Otherwise, like, the point of those compilation videos is to, like, be able to put out, you know, longer form content without having to spend hours and hours and hours editing again. So yeah, it would be a bit of a ball like to, like, take the edited Fat Fiend videos and take out all of the edits again. I don't know. One thing I can confirm is that yes, there was the Rook channel at some point. Yeah. That's why the like, I'm sure we'll probably try them at some point as well. It's like why the compilation ones are like useful for our side of things, but then also just I watch a load of them, right? Like I either fall asleep to a bunch of like did you know gaming ones to fall asleep to, or just like a lot of the time like I'll watch like a pitch meeting compilations on and things like that. And yeah, just they're a good thing because I'd say like if I'm just like, oh well, I don't think I've seen like all of the Spider-Man videos on this topic, like I'll just watch this and there'll be some stuff that I remember and can listen to in the background and other bits that. But yeah, that does feel to me there like we're still nowhere near powerful enough. So I might just like leave it there for today and just, you know, do a bit of grinding myself for next time. But yeah, that first fight I was very impressed, and then this one has proven to just be like, oh, we are mightily underpowered to fight that second super boss. But yeah, I will leave it there for today. Getting a bit late. Thank you all for watching, and I will be, I think, on more of a regular schedule next week, I believe. I'll try and remember to post on the Monday, but yeah, I think I'll at very least be back streaming next Monday. I think I'm working more to. Yes. Anyway, I will head out there and hope everyone has a lovely day, evening, or night, wherever you are.